in the coming election?
No, it cannot. It cannot be. You know what I mean? If you are asking, will you think they can be able? You just have asked me. Do you think federal government is powerful enough to stop Fubara from at least paying the civil servants in River State, from getting allocation from federal to pay his workers, which is River State, civil servants? Because obviously Abuja High Court has blocked allocation inflow into the River State SCOFA. I don't know what I understand. And you know that the engine house of Nigeria economy is from River State. The headquarters of NNPC, the installation there from where we refine our oil before having issue with the refinery today in Nigeria is NNPC in River State. Then you should know how many oil well that is from that state. I'm telling you, that is the origin of our crude oil in Nigeria, River State. And they are trying to deny that state the resources, the proceedings from the, from the crude oil in that state. Federal government has blocked it using High Court in Abuja. My question is that the case that took them to the High Court, did it, have its jurisdiction in Abuja? The jurisdiction of that state is in River State. So jurisprudence has approved it generally that if at all you want to go into the case, go to the court or whatever, have something like, court address in that regard, that matter should be treated in River State. The court in River State is competent enough to handle the issue between whatsoever litigation that comes up, either between the governor and the president. But this one around, Fubara is not having issue with Tinubu. Fubara is having issue with some persons, some political thugs, some political nobodies, some political animals. So like, yes, Wike is nobody today. He's just a minister in at FCT. I'm telling you, Federal Capital Territory, let me say Director General. He could not be even under any ministry. So the kind of position he finds himself today, I don't see him in a position of taunting or tormenting a whole state governor. The chief commander-in-chief of the armed forces of River State, #1 citizen of River State, chief security officer of River State, Fubara. So this time around, do you know what is going on? The inflow of the allocation into that state has been stopped because of one thing or the other that led to that kangaroo court that was holding 2-3 days ago. And today what we are seeing is that the chief commander officer, the commander of armed forces, chief commander of armed forces of that state, similar to Fubara, has come out to shut down all the oil installation, oil companies, NNPC in River State. And constitutionally, he is right. Why? He has veto power to monitor, to supervise, to take care of everything in that state. Before president of Nigeria could even pay visit to River State, he must have serious dialogue with the governor to clear way for him to avoid insecurity or something like that, which might occur. So he's #1 person of that state. Nothing of anything that can generate money, revenue into federal government purse that is operational now in River State. The governor has blocked it up.
So do you think this will not cause a serious issue? And since we all have the issue about the police in River State, not going in line with with the law
of the state,
I want to
because they are federal.
Yes, there won't be a clash.
There will be a clash. Definitely, if the police command, federal police command, River State police command in River State, if they actually have, let me use the word sense, they will all be answerable to the #1 citizen of that state. If they want to take it to federal level, it is going to be an escalation that will affect everybody in this country. You know why? The Niger Delta militants, the people that have come out with militarization of Niger Delta region, in the sense that they are defiling their land with oil spillage. I don't know what to understand. That's degradation of the environment over there. They have army of soldiers or let me use the word army of militants in their large number. And if you look at this army of militants, they are answerable to the state governor. They are very, very loyal to him. So the kind of escalation that is going to come out is between federal and the state governments, River State. So it is going to be, you know, an open stage for what? Militancy. If they can have at least confrontation, I think the whole world, we are going to cross our fingers to watch who will carry the day among them. Because I know that the governor has right over his state. The federal have no right so far to block an allocation that is going into a state from where the resources that the whole Nigerians are feeding from are coming from. So what I'm trying to say is, similarly, Fubara is on his rights. Wike will have no reason so far to be taunting a presiding governor in his own state. Come what may, Fubara has upper hand everybody in that state.
Yeah, looking at the judge coming from Abuja, and this have shown that what the judge that make this judgment is not, you know, fair, or is not worthy, because if you have to look at it, it shouldn't have come to this, considering the fact that what the state people should be affected from this decision.
Yes.
And secondly, several governors in different states like Ambode, for instance, then in Lagos State, that are done tremendously well, the people of Lagos, but still the people still what vote him out during the primary election. Do you think coming election, the Fubara we have the support of the state?
Okay, you are talking about coming election.
Yes.
Coming election, come what may. I know that state governor gubernatorial election in various states, sometimes the federal might always, you know, have a hand in it. But coming election, as you are talking about, the years is still far. We are having like 2 years plus now to another election. Let me tell you, coming election, the Ijaws, the Igbos, they are going to give their vote to Fubara. Why? The River State, I know, right from onset, were being governed by people from Igbo extraction, the Ikweres. Then again, we've seen a new chapter where the Jaws have had upper hand, you know, recently by election that brought Fubara's Mlaya into the limelight, you know, has proven that they are like rotating it this time around. It is the turn of the Ijaws to rule River State, and you can see similarly Fubara is an Ijaw man. So comes next election, I think he's going to complete his second tenure, because actually he has not violated any constitutional law, as in state regard and federal. He is fighting for his right in his state. He has veto power to be in charge of everything that is happening in River State, in charge of security. He is the one that should be blamed if it escalated up to lawlessness in River State. He is the one that should be held accountable. Then a allocation chairing, you know, he is in charge. If federal allocation comes into the River State, the person in charge that will distribute it to all the government, you know, state government departments, you know, as in reimbursement. I don't know what I understand. That's payment. Fubara is as well in charge. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not going to affect him in the next coming election. They will still have him there.
So we hope that the president is not involved in this saga. That
why shouldn't be asking this? You shouldn't be saying this. Of course, you know that government, the Nigerian president is at the helm of it. He's the one in charge. He's the one playing game with Nyesom Wike. That's from where the federal might we are just discussing about now comes from. He is in charge. He's the one. He's taunting River State as he taunted Edo State. Edo State gubernatorial election is on the line now because they have not gone to the court. I don't really understand. So federal government, they have he has hand in it. So that's why we are praying, especially some of us from southeastern Nigeria. We are praying and want to make it so vocal that God will step in. I don't really understand. God will step in because Tinubu has hand in it. He will have no power. He will have no reason so far to be at the helm of what is happening in River State. He should be in charge of the federal, not states. He has hand in it. And our prayer is that he should escalate more than what it is, more than the level it is now. It should escalate into more anarchy or lawlessness. We've seen a situation whereby NNPC is operational now. other oil farms in River State in operational now. I don't understand. So he has hand in it. He can control only federal, but the state governors, they have veto power to at least monitor, to be in charge in totality of their states.
All right, thank you very much.